Hey Leo, welcome to your March 2026 tarot message. I hope and pray all is well with you, and I hope and pray that these messages resonate for you. Let's go ahead and look to see what's coming in, what's happening for March for Leo this month. I feel like you're going to be really excited or optimistic, okay? I was getting this energy that a lot of you guys here, you've been really focusing on having a lot of emotional focus or relationship focus. You focusing on results, and maybe you haven't seen them in some way, shape, or form here, but the total lunar eclipse is going to highlight that, bring it to light. That's happening on March 3rd here. It's going to bring a focus around shared resources, like intimacy, and even like deep psychological truths that we see with the Two of Swords here. So anything with truths that you need to uncover, maybe even like focusing or paying attention to details. Maybe it was burdensome or overwhelming. Maybe it was something here that took a little bit more time for you to focus on. Nevertheless, here it could have been like a more time consuming task, or it took more time than what you thought it was going to. I'm also getting here in relationships, you might be looking up and realizing where somebody took more time from you than what you wanted. I feel here that you're going to have a breakthrough though. This shows that in spite of things being rough, you're going to have a great influence. And it's talking about you recognizing this month, maybe like how you weren't praising yourself. Leo, for example, I'm getting in this energy that a lot of you guys didn't appreciate yourself as much as others. Like you put a lot of people on pedestals in comparison to yourself, and you need to shine truer and not louder this month. Okay, I feel like this is because your authenticity is going to bring the recognition that you've craved. All right, or you need in a predicament here, especially when it comes to jobs. I feel like you're focusing on your purpose and leadership from the heart this month, Leos. You're focusing on your creative alignment. Matter of fact, I was getting that a lot of you guys, your affirmation is about I shine by being authentic, and recognition flows naturally to me. I feel, and I'm getting this energy here, that a lot of you guys have had to do a lot. Maybe you've had to separate or distinguish who's family for you, who's going to work with you, and who isn't. Maybe you've lost a lot of people due to somebody around you not being able to be authentic and honest. But I'm getting here that for a lot of you guys, you're going to be recognizing where you had to do some sort of self sacrifice here in order to save yourself or to preserve your own feelings and emotions, okay? But I do feel here that even financially, it feels like this month was happening between the 9th through the 15th. I feel like somebody's going to have hands out, okay? And while you have this authentic energy of you shining bright, of course you have somebody here who's a little bit jealous, maybe who is they've been affected by the Mercury retrograde, and I feel that they're not even really telling you the full truth. It's not going to be until about the 20th when we see that Mercury retrograde is like finishing up and stationing direct in Pisces, that we see that people are going to be more reflective about their truths. They're going to be more open and honest, or forced to be. So there may be some truth about what this person truly wants, but it's not going to be until after they come forward and ask you. And it's because you have this financial power shift. And it's about you realizing your value, how you were underestimated, and how you may be focusing on a promotion, a raise. So you may have your head down, or you may be somebody here who's not going to be necessarily giving all of your advice. You're going to be preserving yourself. Okay, this is totally about conservation this month for Leo. And then you have a confidence resurrection that's coming in after realizing that you were dimming your light for others. So, of course, you're going to remember who you are and preserve your energy, right? I'm also seeing that there's no lost feelings, okay, or no harsh feelings here, too. Some of you guys, this is about you remembering what this person's done to you so that you don't forget it, because some of you guys may have dealt with a habit where you used to like reconcile with people who you shouldn't have, and you learned your lesson, okay? Especially if it was a Scorpio or an Aquarius or a Libra. Could have happened in March, or it may have been a Pisces too. But I'm seeing that you're going to be having like intense conversations that come out following that around the 12th. And they're about loyalty, commitment, honesty, like what somebody said. I'm also seeing here that it has a lot to do with control as well. And I'm seeing that Leo is not going to be giving in. You don't need to, okay? I feel like occasionally you are giving into people and you're going to realize like why you shouldn't, because there's going to be some sort of truth that comes out around the end of the month. And I feel like you're not going to be waiting around for this, but it has something to do with an offer that you wondered whether you should take it or not, as it is. You could have even gotten out of a situation that made you feel limited just before this. And so you felt like you were doing better on your own. You felt like a predicament was going a lot smoother. And I'm also getting here that you're preparing to go back into some sort of magnetism spike, okay, where people are going to be watching Leo more. And I'm seeing here that with people watching you closely, you don't want to start any drama. You don't want to look bad. You want to look your best, prim and proper. And you have somebody here who wants to make you look bad in this leadership form, in this form of influence. And I'm even feeling here that they're not going to be able to stop this visibility, even if you're working hard and putting in a lot of sweat, effort, grease work, okay? You're putting in a lot of work and effort, and somebody's doing a lot of work to try to like cause reputational damage to your character this month, okay? And so with that, you may be at odds with an Aquarius, but somebody who is most likely to save you, but willing to get into the dirty work with you. We do have Taurus energy here. I saw the tree and I was feeling earthy, even though it's a water card. But we do have Pisces, which is water, as well as Aries too, okay? I feel like somebody's going to be like wanting to really hold on strong to a narrative, but somebody knows and sees the truth about the situation. And I was told in a download that Aquarius is losing it all this month when it relates to Leo and the circumstance. It says that they need to impress others, and they may have stalked, tried to steal from you or somebody close to you, and you're defending yourself. They got combative and financially cost you or somebody else. Although you're more secure now from their antics presently, it says that they're inconsistent, they're flaky after either a health procedure, circumstance, or a situation here with their mental health is related. They could be or have a jealous lover, and they're also jealous and perturbed of how somebody's been spoiling you, how your life seems to be going well. This could also be somebody who is very upset at like what you're wearing. I don't know why, Leo. I was getting somebody who's jealous of your clothing, your attire. Let's get more messages for you this month and see what else is coming through. What else can we know about Leo and what's going to be happening this month for you? What's really important? Okay. Around the 6th is going to be a really important day for yourself. Also, you focusing on change and you prioritizing you. You have poison here. Maybe you're healing yourself after a situation. With 23, be mindful around the 23rd and the 5th. It says digesting a costly affliction lesson. This could even be you having like some sort of premonition or download before you go somewhere that you might not necessarily like something, or just be mindful if you're going somewhere new to get something that you're more accustomed to. Although it may not necessarily like be the most, new and prominent thing, this is more about staying safe and keeping safe and healthy. All right. Also be mindful when it comes to like, I'm seeing somebody who's rubbing up against leaves or flowers. And I have been getting in a few of my messages about people going outside, maybe getting into nature, digging up some roots, cleaning things up outdoors because it had been so chilly, as we see in this card. So be mindful about that too, making sure that you keep your skin protected as well. I want to say here, I'm also seeing moisturize too. Some of you guys might learn a lesson when it comes to a situation related to like not hydrating or paying attention to the importance of moisture, or like smoothing things. Smoothing things over is really significant this month, and it may even be in conversations too with somebody who's really toxic, and recognizing that somebody's in a toxic cycle. It's like you can't keep talking to somebody if they're not going to like shift or change. Like you might be speaking to somebody who hasn't learned the lesson, and you're wasting your time, is what this could be saying too. With hunting lodge and enjoying a homestead's reward that's totally about relaxation. A lot of you guys cleaning your home because you're done with some sort of negativity. Some of you guys, you could be removing a negative spirit from your home if you feel like you have the tools or remedies to do that. I'm also seeing here a lot of you guys want people to pay attention to you or being rewarded for your work with this red door here is going to cause you to get the attraction that you desire. It's something related to how you take care or zen out your space or where you normalize yourself. Okay, there's something here about when you're comfortable and how you keep those areas like tidy or well taken care of. For those of you who are in new commitments or newer commitments, and when I say newer commitments, I'm talking about like 6 months and under, you may have like a special raunchy visit from somebody here that you really like and appreciate. I'm also getting here, somebody's been thinking about not moving too fast, but here and there they have been steadily thinking about what it would be like moving in with you. Harmony comes out as I'm saying this. It says your relationships are in harmony. Mutual understanding and respect allow you to experience peace and calm. I'm also gathering here that some of you guys, you could have like had somebody who didn't appreciate what you were working on or your influence in the past, and this person, they came in, they supported you, your dreams, your goals, or they were able to like um, bring in some sort of like financial influence, or they do something where they're really prosperous in whatever it is that they have going on. They're going to really like what they're doing this month, and your work is going to improve, where you're going to be like, I'm getting somebody who's cheesing or blushing at the work their counterpart is doing, which is really, really cute. And you have opportunities with Hunting Lodge. Career opportunities are opening up for you, offering the chance for significant advancement and growth. A lot of you guys, there's going to be something here coming through with companionship and how your relationship is going to cause something to be more comfortable for you financially. I don't know why this is like an unscrupulous affair, or maybe it's related to a hobby that you have for the select few of you Leos who have those here. I'm getting that somebody's connection, partnership, kinship, or maybe somebody's like other side of the family is willing to offer something up or even engage with you for something that you do in exchange, okay? And I feel like they really like it. They're really appeased, and you're helping them in a time where maybe somebody attacked them, didn't give them like the best haircut, for example, and you're a great hairstylist. Something like that where you're like really great at something and you bring harmony to somebody who's like in a last minute hitch, okay? And I feel here that eventually this person starts to connect with you a little bit deeper, and it grows a bond between you and somebody else where it's more stable and grounded. It has a foundation, it has some sort of truth and trust, it has some sort of like leverage. I see where you had some karmic dissonance in the last relationship where it didn't really seem like things were going to go together because people didn't really get along. This one's going to be different, and you're going to appreciate this flow. Okay. And it's not just this month. I'm seeing in April and May, there might be a like closer to home travel plan that comes together very well, where you get to learn a little bit more about each other. It could relate to a lake, a kayak, or being just closer to a scenic river or something like that, okay? But enjoy these moments, enjoy this pace of life. I'm seeing that a lot of you guys will have the opportunities to read, do some cloud meditation, get back into a great routine with your yoga, exercise, maybe even meditation, balancing, journaling, cleaning those things up that you felt like you maybe fell behind on. You're going to enjoy this month. And I'm also seeing here that you're going to be getting to the nitty gritty. And then Cinderella's going to feel better because it's like you're doing all of this and it's not for somebody else. It's because you're the prize. You're focusing on self love, but then you have somebody to enjoy it with, or you're preparing to have somebody come in that you're going to enjoy this with. Okay, Leo? Those were your messages. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below and let me know how this resonates with you. I would love to read for your energy in the future. I hope that you take care. Bye.